In today's video we're going to be looking at how we can add an exit intent pop-up to your website. And to be honest, you can make this any intent pop-up. You can have it a timer or exit intent, but the great thing is that you don't need another plugin. Now, one of the bonuses of using this method is that with a plugin you will usually get some sort of features that are free, and then you hit a paywall and then you have to pay if you want all the features. This way you can completely custom code it completely for free on any WordPress website. You can completely customize it. So with that, let's get into the video. For this we'll be using two free things, one which is called Code Snippets, the plugin, which we'll install in a second, and the other one is any sort of AI, and the free version. So whether you use ChatGPT, use Claude, use Gemini, pretty much all of them are going to be able to do this. And again, the free version. So let's get into it. So on the left I've got ChatGPT, and on the right I've got my website. Let's go on to the back end. First we're going to want to go to plugins and add new to add the Code Snippets. The Code Snippets will essentially allow you to add code without having to add it to actually the files such as functions.php, and it just makes everything super easy. I'm going to be using this one here, which is Code Snippets, got over 1 million active installs and almost holding a 5-star rating. As mentioned, the difference between using the Code Snippets or actually putting it on your PHP files is quite a big difference if you don't know any code and it's all a bit too much. I'm not a coder, I don't know how to do it. It can be a bit confusing knowing where to put certain files, and this just essentially allows you to create a file, put the code in it, click save. If it doesn't work or something mucks up, you can simply just delete it and that's it, nothing ruined of your website. Now let's go ahead and activate it. Snippets is now installed on the left and you can check out all your snippets or add a new one. With that, let's head over to whatever AI you're using. I'm going to ask it to create me a pop-up with exit intent. Obviously, if you don't want exit intent, you can ask it something else. You can say with a 5-second delay. I'm going to say an exit intent, so when the user goes to scroll off your page it pops up with a pop-up. Next I'm going to put I am using Code Snippets plugin, so give me the code to input in there to make it work. You can word this your own way, but essentially we're just asking it for the code for that particular plugin to make the pop-up work. Last of all, I'm going to put the call to action, so I'm going to put and I want to offer a 10% discount if they use code GIVEME10. Essentially you're incentivizing them to stay on your site, purchase something on your site and not leave just yet. Now let's hit go. It's cleverly also added a dismiss button on the pop-up and detects exit intent on the desktop, which by the way, once you get started with this, there's no real end strategy, so you can actually just keep asking it stuff. For instance, for my personal one, I've got exit intent on desktop. However, if you're using a mobile, you can also ask it to have a 5-second delay separately. So depending on what you're using, it will give you a different pop-up for different intents. So here's the code snippet. Let's go ahead and copy it. Now, most of the times these work absolutely straight away. Every now and again it might not work. That's not the end of the world. What we can do, and hopefully, in fact it might not even work now so I can show you, but if it doesn't work we simply ask it to try again. You give it any errors and it will pretty much fix it faster than you could get a developer on the phone to help fix it for you. So snippets and add new. We're going to title it. This is important because you want to know what snippet it is in case you want to remove it, deactivate it, something doesn't work and you want to delete it, so let's name it. I'm going to add it as an exit intent pop-up. And here we're simply going to paste the code. You can choose run snippet everywhere or run on the site front end only. Should realistically only need this on the site front end, so let's go ahead and save and activate. That activated, and let's now go to the home page. What should happen is when I exit the screen, we should get a pop-up. However, that hasn't happened. So let's go back to ChatGPT and make this work. Think about it like talking to your developer. I added the code to my snippets and it didn't work. So it turns out that using Code Snippets runs on PHP, and if we've pasted a HTML, JS, CSS directly into PHP, it won't work. This doesn't matter to us. I don't understand code, I don't care for that, please fix it. And as easy as that, it pretty much has fixed it. Let's copy the new code for the PHP snippet, and in the same area I'm just going to simply take the last code, I'm going to delete it all, and I'm going to paste the new code and then save and activate. Now let's refresh the home page. As you can see now, as soon as I went to exit, that then popped up with exit intent. I can go ahead, copy that. It's also given me a little X or a got it sign. Easy peasy, right? Even with a small mistake, we're able to quickly rectify it and fix it. And in fact, if you're watching this video and you don't want to have to go through that mistake process, simply say that you're using the Snippets plugin, which uses PHP. But even if you don't, AI will eventually be able to detect it. Now, before we end this video, let's just use some good measure development as such. You don't want this shown to somebody every single time they go to every single page and go to exit. You can go one step further and ask it to do it every 3 days. So this will remember a user for 3 days, and if they've seen the pop-up once, they won't see it again for 3 days afterwards. And you've probably guessed how easy it is to do that. First I'm going to put great that works, so I want it to remember this is the code that actually worked altogether. And then I'm going to put let's make it so it only shows per user once every 3 days. Again, you can word this yourself any other way, essentially we're telling it that. Now it's given us the complete updated code. If it goes to tell you add this to your code, just simply say I want the whole code altogether. Again, remember, we don't code, this can do it for us. And of course, if you do want to check out what it's done, go to the bottom and it will tell you what's happening. Now let's copy the new code. I'm going to go to my snippet, I'm going to delete the past code and I'm going to update it and paste the new code in. After that, save the changes. I'm going to refresh the page. Now what should happen is that we see the exit intent once, which it has done, got it. And now if I refresh the page, it shouldn't do it again. There we go, for another 3 days. Now you can make this as fancy as you like. You can add a different appearance, you can get it to add different text. You can even learn more about the code by actually looking at the code itself and realizing what is doing what. But essentially you've now given yourself a free pop-up. And you haven't had to pay, you haven't had to go through any paywall to get extra features. You can add as little or as much as you want using your AI. And if you keep that particular chat active on your AI, you can always go back to it and make changes to the exact same code. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. It's always greatly appreciated, and we'll catch you next time.